Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Sword of Light and Truth podcast with Maziel Sky
and O'Reilly.
Perfect. So let me just add right here. I'm going to go into my live over here just to get some followers on so they can follow this podcast. And we want
test followers.
Yes, we're doing this as a test.
For the test in broadcast.
Here we are. So followers.
All right, there we are.
I moved the keyboard.
We're now appearing in all different kinds of places.
Right. So this is a test run, but also pretty much announcing that we're gonna have our That's correct. Okay.
Thank you for inviting us into your living space.
Yeah. So we plan in the future to be running on other media sites. But for now, we're running on the ones where I have most of my followers on, which is on Facebook, and we're launching first time on YouTube.
Baby steps.
Yeah. So pretty much we're going to be talking about solutions to a lot of disclosure that's been happening today. We're going to have other podcasters on, truthers, and we're going to be talking about one of your best topics. You can announce what that would be.
I have no idea. Would you please tell me?
Common law.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Right?
That's not one of my best subjects, actually.
Which one's your best subject?
You.
There's some good guys, right, about this life stuff, right? So, he has a lot of education on state nationals and common law, which is really important for the bridge right now into sovereignty. And we'll get into a little bit more about that when we're on live. And we'll be talking about super soldiers. And what did you mention too about super soldiers, Jason, a little earlier?
Yeah, it's a fascinating topic. If you've never understood it or been a part of it, it's full of mystery. It shakes your very foundation of your belief structure. It challenges you to get outside the box with understanding the world around you. And it's fascinating people. I had the opportunity to meet several of them at the event in Orlando last year. It was quite fascinating.
It really was. So it was like the reason it was called Super Soldier Activation Conference was because it was going to activate a lot of memories for people. And it was bringing together truth and transparency to the communities. This is really important because what this is diving into is all the secrets that the government has, and also all the lies or the veils that humanity, or I don't know what's the best word, mankind, I would have to say, has experienced, because we're also studying words and the best way to use words. Right?
Yes, semantics. The semantics. Yeah, there's a lot of semantic deceit that goes on in our world with the use of words. And those who use it intentionally, like in the courtrooms and in the legal professions and in the political professions, they'll say words that when we hear them, it means one thing to us, and they know that. They know what it means to us, but they interpret it and use it completely different. And oftentimes it's to our disadvantage.
So we're going to dive into history and uncover more truth for you guys, concrete, actual, factual evidence. Say it right.
Yeah.
And we're going to have other podcasters on, and we're going to just be talking about new Earth schools for children. We're going to invite podcasters to speak on that, and we're also going to be promoting other people's podcasts. It's the only way to really quantum jump this timeline and to really expand. And it take a really, how would I say, because I try not to talk in terms of time, because time it's not real, right? So it's more of a frequency, right? And so we are multidimensional beings living in multidimensional realities. And right now we're anchored into, there's two timelines, and we're anchored into the New Earth timeline, which is the 5D reality and above. And I say above because they're higher dimensional realities that people are able to ascend to, and then they also reground into another timeline. And so we're going to be speaking about stuff like that, geoengineering weather, and solutions for that too. Jason's also can speak about the project. You can mention some projects that.
Yeah, like our permaculture projects, our herbal remedies. We're going to paint with a pretty broad brush as we discuss the various topics and as we have our different guests on. We'll even be covering ancient documents, biblical concepts. That's where my seminary training will come in. We're not going to be preaching. We're probably going to be exposing more of the falsities in a lot of these religious systems than anything else. But we'll be relying a lot on the same texts they use and unwrapping them in a way that really sheds a new light on some things. The goal is to just pierce through and find truth, drill down to the truth.
Right.
Not the imagery, not the belief system that everyone wants you to follow, but look for honest, sincere life truth.
And disconnecting and detaching from false realities, illusions, detaching from what the matrix has people attached to, regaining your sovereignty, or being authentically real and true. And what this is all going to do is unite everyone, to bring unity, peace. And I always say we're here to declare peace across all nations. I usually don't say it like that, though. I usually say with a lot more firmness. But anything else you'd want to say before we close out?
The focus, the end goal is to build a community that is unified in one thing, and that's learning to live on this planet for the time that we're here by doing no harm in the process.
Yeah, so claiming your sovereignty, do no harm, living peacefully, transitioning, and creating these bridges in a peaceful manner. But I have to go on and think about something else, because I know multidimensionally we are fighting interdimensional wars. So, and then that remnants of that is what people are seeing, the 3D reality Earth. So, but the ones that are here to transition the process on the 5D timeline, it's requested to be done in a very peaceful way. And so we're going to talk about also peacekeepers and peacekeeping, and just doing everything for the highest good of mankind. And I think that's it for now, and that we're going to be live on Saturday, just to start at the foundation of it, and then we'll move forward weekly with different guests, and that's it. So there it goes. Okay, that's just saying that I think we're still live.
So, yeah,
but I don't know, but then it's showing here like we're not.
Well, that's because you said that was the delay. That's the recorded version. Once it stops recording, it's no longer going to publish it over there. Yeah, we're still live.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I wasn't understanding what's going, guys, because there's different versions to this EVMux streaming, and then it pauses, and I wasn't sure if we were still live. So that's fine. Whenever it goes through that pause is what we just figured out. So we're going to keep this one. I did like 3 test runs. Was it 3 or 2?
Yeah, at least 3.
At least 3. And then obviously for the real launch, I'll be all spiffied up a little bit better. Maybe even more like super soldier type or interdimensional being type. And you?
I'll be kind of like I am now, I guess.
He's always his raw, authentic self. There's so many versions of me. You'll meet different versions of me every time. So it'll be Saturday at 7 p.m. Central Time, and then 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And if you're Western, I don't really know what time that would be.
It's a couple hours behind.
Couple hours behind. So we do have meetings that are a couple hours behind, but you guys know where you are. We love you guys. Thank you for holding space. And we're excited to get this done and encourage others to do so. That is the message, a divine message, just little hint for those of you who are considering going live and doing podcasts or doing reels. Strongly encouraged. Bye. See you soon. Sort of light and truth. No.
No, that's the spot. Live long and prosper.
Mine is this one. Well, I'm always called to do this.
This is the Hebrew.
This is my natural one. Greetings. So you'll probably hear us doing this. Well, I do this while I like to say greetings or signing off. Ms. Yell Sky on my old lives, I used to do that. All right. We'll talk soon. See you on Saturday. Bye-bye. And Happy New Year.
Yeah. April Fool's Day.